What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode. Today I want to talk about Form 1767. It's the carrier's responsibility to measure safety, okay, and report that back to a supervisor. Okay, it's management's responsibility, okay, to provide a safe working environment, period. Okay, guys. So if you're delivering your split or your swing and there's some unsafe practices out there, right? Say the stairs are broken, or say the handrail is missing, or say the door handle has a glass shard on it or something extreme, right? Um, it's your responsibility to inform management of this, and they may tell you to curtail the mail. It's a case by case situation, but you have to know how to handle those situations, okay? Because there are carriers who have fallen through steps that have been rotten because the customers refuse to fix their property. There could be broken sidewalks leading up to the carrier's house. The mailbox itself could be rusted and damaged, and you don't want to cut yourself and have to go get a tetanus shot, especially if you don't have health insurance. So these are, some situations where you might need to fill out a 1767. My opinion, you wouldn't have to fill it out for animal interference because a dog in a yard is clearly a safety hazard. Okay, we are taught not to engage with dogs. So I would just, in that situation, I would just endorse the mail, animal interference, put the date, and I'll try to reattempt delivery the next day. Working in the dark is not a safety hazard, but you can come across safety hazards while working in the dark. For example, if it's dark and it's not lit and there's a piece of sidewalk that is broken and you tumble and you fall, that could be considered a safety hazard. If you get up to the mailbox and you can't see the mail to finger it because it's poorly lit, you couldn't curtail the mail in that situation because of a safety hazard. Again, those are singular occurrences. I would definitely just let my supervisor know when I get back, and then if they wanted me to fill out a 1571 of why I didn't deliver it, I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll write unsafe working condition, unlit stairwell, something like that. And then, your 1761 is going to be for, occurrences with you delivering the mail. If you have a vehicle safety issue, then you want to do a 4571, which is a 4570, which is going to be your vehicle repair tag. So what I just want to do real briefly is, explain how filling out the 1767 happens. Okay, so it can be submitted anonymously. Okay, you can fill it out and give it to your safety office. Okay, then your safety office could submit it to your supervisor and they could redact your name. All right, but if it's referring to your route, pretty sure they're gonna figure out it was you that submitted the request anyway. I mean, there's no retaliation. So either way, how you want to submit it, that's totally up to you. So basically what you want to do, describe the hazard, okay, of the unsafe condition, okay, and then you want to provide a recommended corrective action for the supervisor to take, okay. Then at that point, the supervisor has to investigate it, okay, during the same tour of duty that you submitted it, okay. So if you're a letter carrier, that's going to be, from 8 to 4:30, they're going to have to go out there during the day and see that situation that you reported. And then the supervisor has to remove the hazard if it's within their scope of duty, like if it's something that they can easily pick. Like, for example, if it was something in the office, okay, if there was water on the floor and you reported it, okay, the supervisor could simply, well, technically, I don't think they can because that's a maintenance job, right? They'll be crossing crafts. But let's say, quote unquote, in an unperfect world, they can just mop that up or put a cone until they can put in a request for maintenance to come clean that up. But that's important because they have to record the action that they take to eliminate the hazard, okay? And then they can also take your recommendation for corrective action. Okay, so if you say the stairs needs to be fixed, okay, and the supervisor goes out there and they agree the stair needs to be fixed, well, then they might have to send a letter to the customer and inform the customer that their mail delivery has been temporarily suspended due to unsafe hazards, and they may have to fix their stairs if they want to resume delivery. Okay, then if the supervisor doesn't approve your request for a 1767, they have to inform you within 15 days. Okay, so basically they're going to say that there was no grounds to believe that a hazard exists, and within 15 days they have to give you a copy in writing, and then they have to submit a copy also to the safety office. Okay, but what I would do is simply fill out another one. Okay, because the supervisor has to go and investigate it. All right, guys. When it comes to your safety, all right, guys, your safety is the most important thing. Okay, if you feel like you're being followed by a customer, I mean, yeah, I will fill out a 1767, but what I would do is immediately get on the scanner, on the MDD scanner, and report it. Being followed by customer, feel unsafe. Okay, me personally, I will contact the local police department and get a police report, because that just makes it even stronger for your shop steward when it comes time to fight this. You know, you are responsible for your own safety out there, guys. As we've seen in the last couple days, when it comes to postal safety against us, they're out here, bro. They want to see us not wearing seatbelts. They want to see us not curving our wheels. They want to see us leaving our trucks open. And then they PDI us, or they investigate what happened, right? So we have to be, you know, even more sharp when it comes to our personal safety. Okay, guys, we need to fill out the proper forms. Okay, if you're being followed or harassed by a customer, I would strongly recommend that you notify your supervisor and then tell them you don't feel safe delivering to that address. Okay, and you can give that piece off of your route every day. Have the supervisor contact the customer and have them to figure out how it's going to work. You know, we are people at the end of the day, and I mean, I understand in most neighborhoods people don't mess with the postman, but you have that person. You have those people that do. You know, they feel that they're entitled and they could talk to you any way that they want. Again, if you feel unsafe, you know, if you feel threatened, USPS has a zero tolerance policy. And I know somebody say, well, oh, that's against employees to employees or employees towards management. But no, you need to elaborate on that zero tolerance. That has to be taken towards customers as well. And any shop steward could make that argument and win that one. What I would recommend in the future is that, you know, somewhere in the M41, our union negotiates or mandates that management puts some type of clear language in there that protects us against customers' interactions and gives the letter carrier the discretion, you know, when it comes to our livelihood. RIP to the brothers that got killed in New York and in Delhi. But this is a prime example of when you have an altercation with a customer. Okay, I mean, what happened in that situation, I can't say because I wasn't there, but let's assume that there was an argument between a carrier and a customer. Okay, once that gets escalated and out of hand, there's but so much any supervisor can do. You know, a supervisor is looking at paper trails, they're looking at forms, they're looking at you know, you writing things down. Okay, when you're in the situation of it happening, you got to protect yourself. All right, and the letter carrier needs a protection where we are not going to be charged by federal officials by protecting ourselves or defending ourselves. Okay, that has to happen. All right, because if we are fearful of our lives while we're delivering a mail, but we're also fearful of being charged by a crime by protecting ourselves, something's not right. You know, a cop has that doesn't happen to a cop. That doesn't happen to any other federal agency. If you attack a FBI agent or cop or someone that works for NASA or someone that works for the military, you're going to be charged accordingly, and they're going to be given some type of blanket immunity. So that needs to come for postal workers too. We have to be able to protect and defend ourselves. We work with the general public. That's scary. Okay. As for postal, you know, installations and postal stuff, you know, you have the 1761. But guys, anything on the street involving the general public, I would treat it like a private citizen. I would contact the police first, then I would contact my supervisor, and then if I needed to get the postal inspectors involved, I would. But the most important thing is if you feel unsafe, fill out a 1767, you know, write the hazard. It could be altercation with customer, feel threatened by customer, and let the supervisor handle it. But if something's going on in the situation, call the authorities that you may need to. All right, guys, until next time, I'll be here. You'll be there. Peace.